Hello friends, it's Orion OtaKing, and I'm sorry that I didn't have a video last week because last week we went to anime convention in San Diego and I just didn't I was like too excited after the anime convention that I was drawing like crazy, like all the stuff that inspired me from that convention, so I can't really show that either on any of my channels or whatever, so sorry. But it was a fun convention, a very informative convention, and am happy that I went because I got a lot of good ideas that I'll probably make happen. So let's see how that goes. But today we're gonna focus on a different subject other than what I was focusing on in private. We're gonna focus on something that has always inspired me, and a movie that was super high on my want to watch list this year was 28 Years Later, and I saw it on opening day, loved it, and yeah, so today we're gonna draw zombies, and maybe one or two, but yeah, I love zombies, so yeah, let's go. Okay, if this is the first time watching one of my drawing videos or any of my videos, you may have noticed, you probably don't know that I had a stroke back in 2022 during St. Patty's Day, and I'm just using this video, these videos to like kind of show the improvement I've had since then. I'm able to talk more linear, I guess. Not really. I definitely can't sing anymore, so too bad I can't join the Backstreet Boys. But yeah. So again, like with these drawing videos, we're gonna focus on the stuff that I'm using. Today I am using heavier pencils. Heavier as in the weight of the pencils, not the actual line weight or whatever, or the thickness. But anyways, start off with erasers. Again, you have the pencil stick eraser, which is like one of my go-tos. You have this nice Model Zero pencil or eraser. It's super thin, as you can see, so I use those for detailing. I have this blue pencil. It's not really blue, it's not blue, but I call it blue pencil. It's an HB lead. It's a Mars pencil. It's super small already because I haven't gone to the art store still. And then let's start off with the thick boy. This is a 0.9. Again, this is with a 2B lead, I think, inside of it. This is what I use to like make the lines thick. Then I have a 0.3 lead holder, which is Pro Mecha. This is nice. It's pretty heavy, but it's not bad. And I have also a 0.5 Pro Mecha, also nice. This was my favorite pencil to use, but that has changed since then, since I got my new pencil. One of my friends gave me this for my birthday a while back. This is a Rapid Pro raw ring pencil, 0.5. This is a very nice weight, and I just love with the way the graphite goes on the paper with this, because it's quite lovely. But yeah, those are my pencils. Oh yeah, and this paper, which is what you call it, cardstock. Cardstock probably bought from either Target or Staples. 8 by 10 or 8 by 11, 8.5 by 11. But yeah, and I have it on the clipboard, and I have a little clip just because I like it sturdy. And yeah. Alright, we are gonna start drawing now. Now you notice I like put a couple of tick marks on the drawing or the paper because I want to see, like, I want to know where I'm supposed to draw, which you can see on the camera, or I want to know the placement of my drawing so you can see it on the camera. So that's why I do that. I'm drawing like I have like zero idea how I'm gonna draw these zombies. Now I usually draw zombies kind of like as in one or maybe a couple, but this time I think I'm thinking about like let's draw a couple of them because it'll make it look cooler. And the sketching I'm doing on this drawing actually it's kind of sketchy. Not like I'm not like drawing like a complete circle. Well, maybe like that I did, but usually I don't draw like really sketchy on my sketchbooks, just because sketchbooks are a lot smaller. But yeah. As you can see, it looks like I have an idea for 3 zombies and some trees. So I kind of have a picture in my head already. Now I'm gonna start putting the shadows in, or where I think the shadows should be. And yeah. Now, I had to turn off the volume of this part of the video because, as you remember, last video, I was talking about how I was drawing without any music, and it kind of made my drawing slow because I didn't have like any kind of background noise. So right now I'm listening to White Zombie Las Exorciso, and I think I started off with the very first song. I have it playing on my phone, and I had it on not random, but like playing it all the way through. So I'm listening to White Zombie, drawing zombies. Who would have thought? I thought it was I like this CD because, well, I grew up with it. I had it for a very long time, since the 90s, and it was just a very cool monster type of CD, and it's hard rock or heavy metal. Like back in my day, when I was listening to this in the beginning, back then it was called heavy metal, and I guess to me it still is heavy metal, but all these music buffs kind of been changing around the meaning a lot, so whatever. I don't really care. It's just something I like. And yeah. Yeah, White Zombie or Rob Zombie, it goes great while drawing zombies. Just love it. Um, I'm focusing on the left zombie a lot here first. I think I had an idea of like what I wanted her to look like, and yeah, there was just like I can't really talk about the 28 years later movie because it's kind of a spoiler, but there's the type of zombies that they had in there were, well, it's not really a zombie. They're called they're just infected with the rage virus, but I call them zombies because they're kind of like zombies in a way, but yeah, like they they had a cool look to them. Um, Especially like this one female zombie. It was just like I don't know. It kind of reminded me of Dawn of the Dead, Zack Snyder's uh, version. But yeah, that character. I mean, not the movie. The movie was this movie. Well, I did like Dawn of the Dead too, but 20 years later was just amazing. It was all I can say is I'll say this. Yes, it is a zombie movie at the heart of it, but the whole story of 20 years later is basically a very very human story, and it has a lot of part in it, and it shows like if you're in this type of situation, life goes on, and you can't really, you don't have any way around it, and it just it was just like amazingly told. I loved it for that. But yeah, now on to the middle zombie. The middle zombie for some reason reminded me of Iggy Pop, which happens to be probably the one of the songs I was listening to from this White Zombie CD. Um, I think Black Sunshine. I think he was in, but yeah, like I made this guy like super skinny, and I had him looking up a little. But yeah. So anyway, like like I said earlier, like I keep on mentioning this, and I have to keep on mentioning this in my videos, but I had a stroke back in 2022 during St. Patty's Day. Before my stroke, I was right-handed, and I drew with my right hand, and I can actually talk linearly, and can actually, my brain and my mouth can actually match up. Now it can't. My right leg doesn't work as well, and I have what's known as drop foot. So my foot kind of pushes out, I guess, and what's it called? I have to wear an AFO, which is like a leg brace on my right leg, so I don't like fall or wobble and fall. I do walk around my apartment without my leg brace, and but but again, because of my collection, everything's around me, so there's like a little space for me to fall. It's just I can like easily catch myself by like propping up against the wall or one of my shelves, so that's not a problem. Um, but on to my drawing hand, my right hand. Um, when I had a stroke and when I woke up in the hospital, uh, my right hand wasn't working, and it still doesn't work. Like the it's like bent at the wrist. I tried wearing the arm brace that the doctor said to use, but the way it's designed is kind of weird, and it doesn't fit well with my hand. So my fingers were pushing up against it, and basically whenever I wore it, it hurt like so much, like my fingers were like getting crushed. That's how it felt, and it was just super painful. So instead of wearing that, I started wearing one of my old arm braces or wrist braces, um, just because it's lighter and like it helps a little bit. It's not the greatest, but it doesn't hurt my fingers. That's all. That's all I know. So so now after my stroke, I had to learn with to draw with my left hand. Talking, I can talk a little better, but the longer I talk, like my brain just like goes all over the place, and I totally forget what I was talking about before. Just like right now when I was talking about learning to draw with my left hand. So let's get back to that. I learned I learned to draw with my left hand, and it's not the easiest thing. Um, like I said before, in the beginning, it really did a number on my brain where it was like I was using a different part of my brain. It made me tired, and I just like the longer I drew, like the more tired I got, and I just would pass out, um, or I get just like really groggy and have to take a nap after drawing. It's not that bad nowadays, where I can draw quite a bit. Um, like now, this video, um, this zombie drawing was a straight 1 hour drawing. Of course, I had to speed it up for this video, but um, just drawing this was an hour, so that was an hour straight, and I was just doing it nonstop, um, just to kind of push myself, and that's usually what I do now to like exercise my brain. Um, like also like I was saying with the convention that I went to recently, um, I had a lot of ideas from that convention, and a lot of inspiration, and it was great seeing an artist from there, and it just inspired me to draw that type of drawing or those type of drawings. But those type of drawings aren't exactly what I draw on my Instagram posts. So I've been drawing those separately at the same time. So when you see my Instagram posts, you'll see like me drawing superheroes or anime characters, or even if I'm drawing on my toy Instagram, I'm drawing like toys or whatever, toy characters or characters from toy lines. Um, these this what I was inspired from at the convention does not fit those categories, so I'm not putting them in those. And they're also drawn mostly on my iPad. On my iPad, so I'm using Procreate on there, and just taking that style of drawing like even further. Um, it was just amazing going to that convention, seeing like how the people, although it wasn't like a big anime expo crowd, it was a small tight knit community that really were like, they were fans of what they were into, and I just thought it was really cool. And yeah, like seeing the artists from there, like I was just like, wow, I can do this. Like I dabbled in that type of art before, but it's just always like something that I like just kind of not shied away from, but like changed my idea from it, or I just not lose interest, but I kind of don't go through with it just because it's not widely accepted. So yeah, seeing these this crowd, it was eye opening. Now I did attend that convention last year, right before uh, our cruise trip to Alaska, and but back then I only attended for one day, and it really wasn't enough for me to kind of have the idea spark in my head, not like this time. But yeah, but yeah. Now, back to my zombie drawings. You know, I'm of course I'm still gonna draw zombies. Even some of my antagonist characters from my Megumi, they're basically like zombies. They're not really zombies. They're not the undead or whatever, but they have that look and feel of zombies. But yeah. So I still like zombies. Zombies have always been, you know, some of my favorite monsters. It's just they're fun to draw. Like, seriously, always enjoy drawing these guys. Oh, look at me! I'm drawing, and I totally did not realize that I'm under the little tick marks that I place on this drawing paper. So you can't even see it when I'm drawing it. Like, I'm drawing the hand of the middle zombie. Guess I'm getting an idea. Do I notice it? Not really. Right now I'm drawing his intestines, I think. Now, you're probably also wondering why I'm wearing my hat. Um, well, I wear a hat usually because, one of my favorite comic book artists uh, wore a hat while I was drawing, and that's how I recognize him, and how I remember him by. And I've been a fan of Jim Lee, obviously, for the longest time. Like everyone from Image Comics was like my go-to comic book company when I was younger, and seeing Jim Lee uh, with his hat, always drawing. That's how I did it. You know, when I was drawing, I usually had my hat, or yeah, my hair tied back if my hair was long enough. Um, but yeah, because the whole monsters, like monsters, was I talking about? The monsters or whatever that I'm super into, the horror or whatever, the horror genre was basically from my older cousins. When I was little, they would watch a lot of horror movies, and they got me into it, and I've loved horror movies ever since. And so yeah, I've been super into horror, and one of my favorite comic book artists, Todd McFarlane, he's also like a very heavy influence on me as far as like the type of stories I want to tell. Like, so my characters um, have like a very horror type of story, and I just have always been into that. Like, you know, as a tween growing up, staying over at my older cousin's place during the summer, you know, just going to Blockbuster Video, and then bringing some VHS horror movies like Pumpkinhead or Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, except for Friday the 13th, I don't think I've seen Friday the 13th with my older cousins. That we watched a lot of like Nightmare on Elm Street, um, Pumpkinhead. I definitely know we saw, Candyman, and a bunch of zombies. There was like a lot of slasher films. It's just, I was just always so hooked on that type of genre. Like, you know, as a kid growing up. Then even to this day, I go to like horror conventions, and I watch a lot of horror movies, and yeah, like recently, I went with my brother and one of my friends to Monster Palooza in Pasadena, and I met Terrifier, the Art of the Clown actor. He was there, and yeah, I was just like, I waited in line, and I was so happy to meet him, because Terrifier is like one of my favorite horror films recently, and I've seen all of them, and I just, as far as scary, it's not scary. It's like really bloody, but it's like super funny to me. I don't know, just like it reminds me of kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street, like when Freddy Krueger would get kind of goofy, and it always like it's like dark humor, like, haha, it's like funny, and it just funny and gross, and I highly enjoy it. Do I do I think everyone should watch it? I don't know. I probably not, but I enjoy it, and if you like that type of movie or that type of genre, then yeah, you should watch it. It's like, I know there was a lot of people saying that it was over like over the top gory, uh and yeah, like, to me it wasn't. It was like, this is at the same level as what I've been watching since I was a kid. So so I think that's why I like fell in love with that genre, or that franchise. But yeah. So now back to the drawing. Darkening some of the line art, just to make him pop more. I'm using the rot ring pencil. Like I said, I love this pencil, and I'm so happy that my friend got me this back in the day, and I'm happy that I got to use it before my stroke, so I got to feel this pencil, with my right hand, and it just feels really nice to draw with it, and yeah, I could shoot a lot of bullet holes in his chest, and if you know zombie lore, you're supposed to shoot them in the head, otherwise they'll still come after you, and that's what basically this guy's doing. Zombie number 3. Every time I think about zombies, like, I miss those days where my brothers and I and some of our friends would play Left 4 Dead, and kind of miss those days. Wonder if I can play with one hand. Probably not. Oh well. But yeah, it was a fun video game. I still enjoy it, or I highly enjoyed it. Played lots of hours on that game. I guess it's probably a good thing, so I can spend more time drawing. Yeah, lovely. Look at that. And my little signature. Look how pretty they look. So that was my zombies drawing. And yeah, I draw zombies a lot. I draw like a lot of zombies. So kind of comes naturally. But yeah. So yeah, so you know, the usual like and subscribe and comment if you want to on my video, and yeah, I'm gonna keep on doing these hopefully every week, but I'll try to do it every week. But as you know, you can always catch my drawings on Instagram because I post every day. I also post on my toy Instagram, which shows my lovely collection here. But yeah, so I'll catch you later. See you next week, hopefully. All right, bye.